Roar! Oh, you woke me up. Please don't eat me. I promise I'll never bother you again. Oh, wow. In our story, The Lion and the Mouse, our mouse definitely took risks when he was playing around Lion and even running up his nose. Can you imagine that? If something was running up my nose, I would wake up too. And here we go. That's what he did. And we know the lion caught him and thought he'd make a good tasty snack. And he asked, nope, I learned a lesson. I'll never bother you again. Please let me go. And of course the lion let him go and basically said, don't ever draw near me again. And we know that the mouse stayed away from the lion until the lion got caught in that net. And then he actually wanted the mouse to come and help him get out. And he told him, yes, draw near to me, help me out. And this little mouse had to overcome his fear and get closer to the lion to help him get out of the net. So we have our story, Lion and the Mouse, and yes, there were lessons learned. Now, interesting, the first time that we read the story, if you remember, in our anthology, we had it, The Lion and the Mouse. This is in book 1. And from here, it really was all about kindness. Kindness is more important than strength. And we talked about how really the lion letting the mouse go was an act of kindness because he chose not to eat him. But then the mouse going back to get him out of the net was also an act of kindness. And in this case, the kindness was more important than all the lion's strength. The lion couldn't get out of that net without help. We also talked about, the first time we read this story, about how really the kindness of Jesus dying on the cross to pay for our sin is way more important than strength. We're so thankful that Jesus died on the cross. He didn't have to stay on that cross. He didn't even have to go to the cross. He could have called angels to rescue him, but he chose to go to the cross out of love and kindness for us so that we could have eternal life with him. So that is our first story. Now in our second story, The Lion and the Mouse, which is up here, we have another lesson. And the mouse has learned a lesson. He said, because remember, this is in our bravery unit, unit 5. I learned bravery from you, lion, said Mouse. I used to think I was brave when I had no fear. But now I know real bravery is helping even when I was scared. And if you remember, at the beginning of the week, we did talk with this unit opener that the unit theme is courage. And we're looking at how courage is the strength given by God to overcome fear. And we need that kind of courage because there are things that we're going to be afraid of. In our story, our mouse was afraid to go back over and help our lion. And he had to overcome that fear to go back. The lion wasn't going to hurt him. That lion needed help, and he needed help getting out of the net. And for us, there are things that we can be afraid of, and we need to ask God for that strength to overcome the fear and do whatever it is that he's asking us to do. So that is part of our story. Now today, I'm going to want to just take you to 2 different things. You are needing this, so if you need to press pause and go get it, go do so. Because I'm wanting you to turn to page 4. Page 4. All right, you should have it. You should be open to page 4. I'm just showing the printing, not the picture part. And on this page, you were supposed to be highlighting aw words. Words that were spelled with an AW or an AU that made the aw sound. Now, there were a lot of them actually, like paw. Did you highlight that one? Or crawled. Did you highlight that one? But there was also one that was your high frequency word. Your high frequency word was an aw word as well. Did you find it on here? See if you can find it. Put your finger on it. What's the high frequency word? Yep, right down here. It says, but never draw near me again. That was our high frequency word, draw. And it's used here on page 4. And again, that was key to our story because if you turn to the next page, it tells us that Mouse kept away from Lion. He did not draw near to him. He stayed away from him until at dawn, another aw word, he heard the lion roaring for help. Mouse ran, and here, again, here's your high frequency word, draw near and help me, ordered Lion. But I said I'd never come near you, protested Mouse. Oh. There again, draw near, come near. That's the same meaning, okay? I didn't hurt you when you acted foolish, said Lion. I will not hurt you for helping me now. Shaking with fear, so he's still afraid, Mouse crawled to the net, he chewed it apart, and Lion jumped out. And then we get to the lesson where he realizes, oh, I might still be afraid, but I did the right thing. I helped, even when I was afraid. So that was our lesson. That is our draw, our high frequency word. I'm just going to give you a reminder. Your job is to read this story again, out loud to a parent, by yourself. Out loud is best. Good for you to be reading out loud, that oral fluency. And then you need to get your process page and answer the questions here. Now, remember, if as a student you are following along with this and parents are watching as well, there's something important in the directions here. You're supposed to read this at least 2 times out loud to an adult, and then you're going to, after the second reading, the student should answer the following questions in complete sentences. And then you're going to turn it back in. But here it is. What is the title of the book? Remember, if you're going to do a complete sentence, you're going to say, what is the title of the book? We're going to say the title. Now, you could do the title of the book is, but you could also just say the title is The Lion and the Mouse. Who is the author of the book? And you're going to put the author is, and you're going to look at the front of the book. It's retold by Margaret Mason. So, the author is, and you're going to put Margaret Mason. Now, I didn't write it out. You're going to. Okay? Our goal in second grade is to get you writing in complete sentences. You need to know how to write a complete sentence, and this is one way to help you practice. So, read this story again, twice out loud, and get answering the questions. That's your job today in our reading block. All right, have a great weekend. Bye.